I stopped proofreading my husband's emails and his director copied me. So for about 6 years, I proofread every important email my husband sent for work. Mark's smart, he really is, but he types like he's running from something. No commas, your for your, sentences that just stop halfway and start again somewhere new. When we first got married, he asked me once, kind of sweet, can you just glance at this before I hit send? And I did. And then it became every night. I work too, by the way. I do medical billing. I'm not sitting around waiting for his drafts. But somewhere along the way, can you glance at this turned into me, basically rewriting his stuff at 9 p.m. while he watched TV. He'd forward me a mess and go, you're so much better at this than me, which I used to think was a compliment. The thing that got me was a Tuesday. I'd had a long day, my back hurt, and he airdropped me an email at like 8:30 p.m. and said, need this cleaned up going out first thing. I said, can it wait? I'm wiped. And he goes, it'll take you 2 minutes. It takes me an hour. Like my hour didn't count. Like the 2 minutes were free because they were mine. So I said, okay, and I sent it back, and then I just stopped. I didn't announce it. I didn't make a speech. The next email he forwarded, I looked at it, and I closed my laptop. He said, did you get it? I said, I saw it. He said, so you'll do it? And I said, I think you've got it, and went to bed. He sent it himself. I don't know what it said. I made myself not ask. This went on maybe 3 weeks. He'd forward. I'd say, you've got it. He'd huff, and he'd send whatever he sent. He started getting snippy. People are gonna think I'm an idiot. I said, then read it twice. He said that wasn't the point, and honestly, I think we both knew what the point was. Then came the client thing. Mark had this big account, a distributor his whole quarter depended on. He wrote them an email at 11 p.m. and didn't run it by me because, again, I wasn't doing that anymore, and he CC'd his director, this woman named Diane, because you're supposed to loop her in on the big ones. Except he didn't just have typos. He'd pasted the wrong pricing from an old thread. He quoted them a number from a deal we did with a different client, a number that was way lower, and he wrote the client's competitor's name in the greeting. Hi, Randall. Randall works for the other guys. He found out the next morning when Diane replied all to him, to the client, to herself. She wrote, Mark, please disregard the figures below. They're incorrect. I'll follow up directly. And then, because she's not stupid, she added me. Because my email's on the account for the billing side. She copied me in and wrote, looping in Sarah in case there's a version of this that was reviewed. In case there's a version that was reviewed. She'd figured it out. 6 years of his emails suddenly reading like a different person wrote them, and then overnight they didn't. Mark came flying into the kitchen. Diane copied you. Did you see it? You have to reply and say it was a draft. Say it was your mistake. Say the numbers were a placeholder. I said, why would I say it was my mistake? He said, because it looks bad, Sarah. It looks like I don't know what I'm doing. I looked at him. I said, Mark, you didn't run it by me. He said, you know I need you to. You stopped and you didn't even tell me. And there it was. He wanted it in writing that this was on me. I did reply to Diane. Just her, not the client. I wrote, hi Diane, I only handle billing. I don't review Mark's correspondence. Happy to send over the correct figures from our system whenever you need them. Hit send. Read it twice first. Diane wrote back in 4 minutes. Understood. Thank you, that's very helpful. I'll take it from here with Mark. I'll take it from here with Mark. I read that one twice too. He didn't talk to me the rest of the night. Next morning he stood by the door with his bag and said, kind of quiet, you could have just fixed it. I said, I know. He asked me last night if I'd at least glance at something. I said, you've got it. He started reading them out loud to himself in the office with the door shut. I can hear him through the wall, sounding out his own sentences one word at a time.